Is Deland a good place to live? I grew up in Michigan and I went to high school near Orlando, but I've been here in the Deland area for over 25 years now, and there are a few reasons that I would never ever move back to Orlando. Today, I'll be sharing why Deland is a good place to live, and then, towards the end, I'm going to address a couple of reasons why someone might not think Deland is a good place to live, along with a couple links that might help you to answer this question. The first, and the perhaps most obvious reason that Deland is a good place to live is the weather. Snow isn't even a thing here in Deland. In fact, our cool season from mid-November through February boasts an average high temperature of around 73 degrees, and the lows are right around 50 degrees. Once or twice a year it'll freeze here, getting down to 30 degrees. But when that happens, the locals are breaking out their parkas and prepping like it's the end of the world. It's crazy. Yes, it gets hot here, really hot. The summer heat stretches pretty much from mid-May through mid-September with an average high temperature right around 87, 88 degrees. In July and August, we'll get to the mid-90s and afternoon showers are the norm. We like to complain about the heat here. I guess it's human nature, but it seems like we all forget about that heat when we're eating Christmas dinner outside on the picnic tables when it's sunny with blue skies and like 75 degrees. I'm Chuck Shaver, and if this is the information that you appreciate, show your support for this small local channel by hitting the like and the subscribe buttons. If you want more information just like this, then hit that little notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I post other videos just like this. Deland is located about 45 minutes north of Orlando and just 35 minutes from the beaches. So if you want all that Orlando has to offer, including the nightlife and the attractions, or you like the beaches, Deland really is a good place to live. We're far enough inland that hurricanes aren't too much of a thing, and the St. Johns River and the Ocala National Forest, which is right up the road, offers all sorts of recreational options. Plus, the 72-degree waters of Blue Springs and De Leon Springs are right nearby too if you want to get relief from that summer heat that I spoke of earlier. Plus, here in Deland, traffic isn't anything like it is down in Orlando or the other major cities that I've experienced across the U.S. It's crazy down there in Orlando. Even getting to Orlando on I-4 can be enough to make you want to pull your stinking hair out. We just don't deal with that too much up here in Deland. The pace here in Deland is just a bit slower than other bigger cities. Although Deland is big enough to support several grocery stores, all sorts of shopping, its own airport, Stetson University, and about 40,000 people, there's still a small town feel to it. Downtown Deland was once voted the best main street in America, and I believe that Deland has one of the best downtowns in all of Central Florida. They've got the Deland Museum of Art, they've got the Athens Theater, and all sorts of festivals that even inject a little bit of culture into this small town. As of this recording, the cost of living in Deland is about 5% below the national average, whereas Orlando's cost of living is about 5% above the national average. The median sale price of a home in Volusia County is also slightly below that national average, which I certainly consider to be a good thing for me. Florida has no state income tax and is generally regarded as a tax-friendly state, so there are plenty of reasons that Deland is a good place to live. Before we get to why Deland might not be a good place to live, if you've got real estate needs anywhere here in Central Florida, either leave a comment in the comment section below or simply pick up the phone and give me a call. Also, what have I left out here? Why else might Deland be a good place to live? Let me know in the comment section below so this entire community can benefit. So, I noted earlier that the cost of living in Deland is below the national average, and I also noted that Florida was a tax-friendly state. However, by the time you might watch this video, that could have all changed. Volusia County's property taxes are on the rise. In fact, they're currently the 6th highest in the state of Florida. Sure, they aren't as high as some other states, but for us here in blue-collar Deland, it's becoming a real issue. Next, if you want nightlife, you're going to need to head down to Orlando or maybe over to Daytona Beach for all that. Yes, we've got a few little bars in downtown Deland, but that's really about it. Not that I'm into clubbing, but I don't know if there's any clubbing here in Deland. Deland does have plenty of restaurants, and I'll include a link toward the end of this video, but I don't know if that's really nightlife. Deland has a wide array of housing options. There are a few million-dollar homes. We've got Victoria Park, which is a really large, really nice cookie-cutter community. We've got a historic district, and we've even got a huge area with manufactured homes out on the west side of Deland in Lake County. So determining if Deland is a good place to live might just depend on you and what you are looking for. When people come from out of town, they're often asking me about crime here in Deland. But my wife and I have no problem at all being out and about in Deland day or night. However, I'll include a link below to a website here where you can start your research to determine if crime in Deland is an issue for you. Here are those links I promised you earlier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.